Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega Occasionally. You know, this is the end of the year. And you know, at the end of the year I'm feeling a bit giddy. It's the holiday season here in Thailand. We have a 5-day holiday, well a 3-day holiday, but it coincides with the weekend, so it's a 5-day holiday coming up from the 31st of December. And this video might be a little bit sensitive, let's say. It's about a sensitive area of your body. And it's what they do in Thailand, and we generally don't do it in the West, although some cultures in the West do. But we're talking about, as you might call, bum guns, or as the more delicate term would be, bidet showers. As an Irishman, I had been through my life unfamiliar with bidets, and never came across a bidet shower or a bum gun unless I was on holidays in Greece or Spain or maybe France, I'm not sure. But certainly in Ireland, we don't use them, probably like the States as well, and Australia, and probably the UK as well, I think, and New Zealand, where you would use toilet paper. Now again, if you're not into this video, or if you just had your dinner, or you're about to have your dinner, or your lunch, or your breakfast, or whatever, maybe this isn't the kind of subject for you. But it is pretty important if you're coming to Thailand, because generally speaking, a lot of conveniences around Thailand, particularly in Bangkok, because I'm in Bangkok, they don't provide toilet paper. There you go. And not only that, but if you do have toilet paper, you can't put it down the system because it will clog the system. So you wonder, when you press that bin on the pedal bin to dispose of your toilet paper or whatever it is you're using to cleanse yourself, the contents of that aforementioned bin you might use the term gross, because that's what it is. But it's not as gross as you may think, because what the Thais do is they use bum guns or bidet showers to cleanse themselves before they dry themselves. And when they dry themselves after cleansing themselves, the residue, let's say, is a lot less, or if not a lot less, or if the residue is virtually invisible. And I'm making this video just to help you along. If you want to know how to use a bum gun or a bidet shower properly, I'll go into some detail. Now's the time to skip or to turn off this video if you're squeamish. But the best way to use it, in my experience, number one, you need high pressure. Indeed, it has to be high pressure. I've used some of those implements, let's say, where the pressure wasn't high and you're just pissing into the wind, pardon the pun in a way, but you need high pressure. And if you have high pressure, that's only half the battle. Because when you apply that jet of water to your orifice, your southern orifice, I'm being very polite here in my description, but I don't want to aggravate the algorithm in any way. But you apply that high pressure water jet to your southern orifice, that's only half the battle. Because not only do you have to apply it, but you have to relax your anal muscles in order for that jet to penetrate through your lower bowel. Is it bowel, or is it your, let's say, anal canal? Sorry if I'm being anal about this. So this is the aforementioned item, lads. They're very common in Thailand. In fact, they're all over the place. I'm not going to demonstrate how to use it. I'm just going to illustrate how to use it. There you go. It really gets up into the nitty-gritty. And it's like an enema. It's like an enema. It gets up there and it does all that and it comes back out almost clear. You think I'm crazy? You're not crazy. Everybody does this. If you don't relax your muscles, it's not going to get up there and it's not going to do what it's supposed to do in the best way that it can do. You will just merely cleanse the surface. And because you don't necessarily have toilet paper, you might find yourself it might render you into an uncomfortable position later on during the day, because it does get very hot here, and the last thing you want in Bangkok is, well, a sweaty bum and all else that goes with that if you haven't managed to cleanse your southern orifice in the way it should be. So remember, guys, if you're using a bum gun or a bidet shower, you should ensure that you relax your muscles to ensure that jet of water can penetrate. Sorry for using that word, but there you go, I've used it. It'll penetrate and it will be like an enema, and it will leave you cleansed and refreshed to go about your day and indulge in whatever pleasures you want to. I'm not saying that the pleasure should involve that area of your body, but if it does, that's up to you. Why am I speaking like this? Because it's the holiday season, and I hope you're feeling as joyous and as jolly and as gay as I feel. I use the word gay in the proper way, gayfully, as gayful as me. So remember, guys, when you're using a bidet shower or a bum gun, ensure that, how's it going? Ensure that you have the required water pressure, and ensure that you apply that water pressure to the area where it's supposed to be applied, and you adopt a muscular condition or pose that relaxes your muscles, and the water can irrigate your system, and you can be refreshed and confident that you're not going to run into any kind of embarrassing situation, whatever you get up to later on that day or that night. And remember, if you're using toilet paper, you can use it to dry, but you just don't put it down, you put it in the bucket, because that's what they do. So guys, that's what they do, and this is what you do. You like, you share, you subscribe, do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful and intriguing, maybe another sensitive video again very soon. Thanks for joining me.